Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another stream on the channel. Finally, we can discuss a win. I never thought the day would come. But yeah, welcome to the match reaction. Obviously, we're here to discuss Leicester City 4, Nottingham Forest 0 in that beautiful, beautiful W last night. I'm going to wait for some of you guys to come in tonight. Hopefully, everything is working. But finally, we can be positive. No more complaints, nothing. Tonight, positivity, because we've got our first win of the season, which is beautiful stuff. If my voice sounds a bit different, it's gone, it's finished. I got a bit of a cold after the game as well. I'm finished, to be fair, but we're still in live tonight. So, yeah, the water's going to have to come and clutch a bit. But, yeah, it might be a bit of a challenge. But anyway, who cares? Right, let's get into the comments then. Bloody brilliant. That phase, Maddison, Barnes, Daka, Castagna, even Ward looked good. Yeah, I thought that phase was absolutely excellent yesterday. Love it. Love that phase. So yeah, but we'll talk about all the players a bit later on in today's stream. But yeah, what a game. That's exactly what we needed last night. The perfect way, you know. We've been awful so far this year. A statement victory over your rivals, 4-0. You can't really ask for much more than that. Forest get back to never really go. That's the thing which has done my voice in. My voice is killing. Maddison, Packer, but mate, if he's not on the England squad, I don't know what to say, to be fair. But yeah, Wesley Morgan is the Blue Gates of Forest. He does indeed. The banner was very good before the match as well. So shout out to the guys at Udi and FS for that one. Cost them £1,000 to make it, so fair play. I know, mate. It's crazy, isn't it? It's actually the first time we won a game since like May. That's like 5 months. Jesus. It's the game we won yesterday. Good stuff, lad. It was a great atmosphere as well. That performance is what we should have seen in the FA. Exactly. That's what we need to replicate, though, for the rest of this season, because that's the benchmark now. I think we can do better than that, but I think, you know, that's the benchmark now. We need to go into every game with that same passion, intensity. Obviously, the crowd and the actual games are going to play a part, but we need to be trying to, you know, playing like that most weeks now, because we've seen that we can play like that, and when we do play like that, we're going to win. So that is what we need to do week in, week out now, and try and play like that. The flipping scarves to come down, but who really cares? Because we've got our first W of the year. We're now 19th in the league, which is obviously good. We're not rock bottom anymore, but hopefully we can now push on. Bournemouth next up. We'll speak about that obviously on Friday night, etc. But yeah, right now the games just need to keep on coming, and we need to keep on getting those wins. So there we go. Let's get into the comments, boys and girls. Keep getting your thoughts in the chat. Sorry, like I said, if you just joined, my voice is a bit finished. So yeah. Maddison different. He's a joke. He's an absolute joke. That free kick was flipping incredible, and even apart from that, his overall game was fantastic as well. So yeah, Maddison was absolutely excellent. First time I'm happy with Iverson on the bench. Yeah, it's true. Let's try the flag once more. If it comes off again, it's coming off. But yeah, I thought Wood was all right. Made a few dodgy runs, like collecting the ball from balls in behind. But apart from that, he did his job. And also the clean sheet, I think that's massive, really. Clean sheet, huge. Gives us confidence as well. So yeah, you can't really ask for much more, really. A 4-0 win, battered them, dominated the game, several fantastic goals, and beautiful stuff. Beautiful sport. Yeah, I thought Forest were awful. Like, and we're awful, but they were shocking. They couldn't really do anything, really. That's the thing. Leicester, we see every ball, second ball, Leicester on it. We're on those second balls, and that's what we need to do. We need to be on them second balls, and that was the difference, really. We got the ball in midfield areas, Dilly, Tillmans, Maddison, Dewsbury, etc., winning it back, turning things around, and getting them on the counter, and that's exactly how we won the game last night. So yeah, just like I said, that needs to keep on going for the rest of the year now, because it's what we can do. So we need to keep it going. But yeah, oh, mate, my voice is Terry, mate, my voice is finished. It's finished, but it was worth it. It was just some good limbs. The passion from the players, you saw exactly that. But we know we can do it now, so we need to push on. But yeah, I don't really think you can ask much more from last night. 10 out of 10 performance, best game I've been to in a very long time. Atmosphere, like I said, top notch. Performance was top notch. Passion was top notch. Defensively, I thought we were very good as well. Obviously, Forest hit the post, had a few half chances, but apart from that, it was only about 3-4 kind of ish chances, and that's pretty good. Ward obviously made a few good saves, but apart from that, I don't really think they had anything. So that's obviously good for our defence and the defensive side of things in general. Another impressive play, but yeah. You know what? Let's speak about Face quickly. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, top notch, everything really. Defensively alone, I thought he was very solid, but going forward, he progressed the ball very nicely. He did it on several occasions. He likes to run forward, come forward about 10 or 15 yards, get into the midfield area, and sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes, when Maguire was at Leicester a few years ago, he kind of did a similar thing. His long range passing as well was quite good as well. He seemed to go out wide on the left of Barnes a few times as well. And I think sometimes we need to switch it up. And sometimes so far this year, that is what we're lacked. And I think that phase is going to be excellent. And as well as that, 50-50 challenges, he's always there. He loves a good tackle. And I was very impressed. So hopefully he can carry that on. But so far, good stuff. Thing Sportsa hates flags, Ward and Marty, Fofana, Forrest, Chirov and Gallagher. Very correct. These flags do my head in. Someone needs to remind me at the end of the stream. I always forget. I need to put more fresh blue tack here so they actually stick on. But who cares? We won. Forest get battered everywhere they go. What a W, boys. It's beautiful. So if my voice wasn't finished, I would do a few chants tonight, but I can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, so good. Lingard, mate, he's pants. He's all. Some of my mates were saying, "Oh, he's going to do you." He's shit. He's bloody rubbish. I'm very good, Colin, mate. Hope you're doing all right. I'm very good. My voice is finished, Ash. Sorry, mate. I don't know. I can't even speak. Couldn't really say much at college today. Who was Johnson? Yeah, he was. They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. But the thing is, their fans were giving it all this before the match. All this. Take it into Bournemouth game. Exactly. I think that Bournemouth game is going to be key as well now. For once, first time this year, I actually looking forward to the next game, and I wanted to come tomorrow so we can try and get another win. But it's definitely a winnable game. Bournemouth will be looking all right there right now, so it will be difficult. But we just got to keep that going and get them 3 points in that one, and then we'll be straight up the league. And and if you carry it on, we'll be mid-table by Leeds at home and Crystal Palace, etc. So it's good. Some real calm and Saturday payback for the FA Cup. Build some confidence for future games. Indeed, it will. Massive confidence boost. I think a lot of the players said that in the post-match interviews as well. The 2-week break has definitely helped us, really. Allowed us to reset. The sun was a bit messy with Schmeichel, Fofana obviously leaving. Flipping flags on again, but forget it. Obviously leaving before a few weeks before the season started, which was obviously quite disruptive. So I think it's fantastic to get. It's kind of a clean slate, really, isn't it? It's kind of a clean patch. Forget about these first 6-7 games or whatever, and I focus on these ones. All right, that Barnes goal. Oh my god, that was absolute carnage, wasn't it? Barnes goal was Barnes was the pinnacle in the last couple of years, really. Especially this year. After you finish, I'm going to Mr. Dory. You get on there, Terry. I think I'll be in the comments as well. Like I said, I'll wrap this up at 9 as well. Maybe a bit before my voice holds up because it's not going well, boys. I'm in quite a bit of pain right now, but anything for you guys. I think that's exactly it's what we need. And Johnny Evans alongside and complements him quite well. To be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of James Justin, but I thought he was quite good last night. I thought Castagne was solid as always. There's a lot of space on the right side with Lingard marking him. So it's quality. Go do the same against Bournemouth, maybe. That's it. That's what we need to do. Great vlog. Cheers, great. Talking of the vlog, make sure to check the vlog out if you haven't already. I've got a quick 30-second little clip of it. So try and check to that. Make sure to do it after the stream. There'll be a link in the description down below. But yeah, if you're on at the game, make sure to watch the vlog and hear some of the highlights from last night. So there we go then. Quick little see the editing board. Oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, like I said, go and check the vlog out if you haven't already. But yeah, back onto it then. I take back what I said about 3-2 then. I meant 4-0. It's all right. I think I said 3-2 as well, didn't I? But yeah, good evening, Ethan. How are we all doing? Hopefully you're looking forward to going to Bournemouth now. We might have a chance. After Bond's goal, the fans went mad. To be fair, I almost went flying as well. My dad did. You bought? I have got it. Yeah. Good decided. Yeah, I was annoyed about that. I've had to go. I've got a ticket in the lower tier, like behind a flipping pole. So yeah, Everton away. I'm in the lower bit. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I could have got upper, but they didn't put it on. Now they do. Yeah, I don't really care. So yeah, I will be at Everton away, boys. I will be at Wolves away as well in the next couple of weeks as well. So there we go. I watched the highlights like 50. Yeah, that's weird, innit? Same. It's weird, innit? Every time Leicester win like a big game, I always watch the highlights about 60 times. Go on TikTok, Winster Forest fans. It's beautiful. Barnes, yeah, some finish from Barnesy. I don't think he could have got it any better in the corner. And yeah, it was incredible, really. What was it, about 60 seconds after we scored the first one, we go down the other end and bag once again. And that's what we need to do, because in the last 3 games against Tottenham and Brighton, we scored the first goal, and then about 2 minutes later, it's back to 1-1, and this time it went to 2-0. So that was a difference. It could have been a different game, but thankfully we are learning from our mistakes. I think set pieces were looking quite good. You can clearly see the set piece coaches had a slight influence. Obviously, Tottenham wasn't good, but I think he was only there for about 5 days, so you can't really read too much into that. Daka goal was fantastic as well, by the way. Back heel like that, the power to get it past Henderson like that. I don't rate Henderson, but yeah, I think PATSON Daka's goal was excellent, to be fair. So it's another goal for Daka off the bench. Hopefully he can keep it going. I think he scored a few now in the Prem, hasn't he, this year? So yeah, it's all good. It's all positive signs right now. Apart from Vardy, but we'll discuss him a bit later. Ward, to be fair, I think Vardy did arrive. He didn't score though. Ward had some good moments too. He did indeed. Hurts me to say it, but he does. He did. Did you see Nicola? Come on. I imagine photo. It's cold, isn't it? It is very cold. I predicted, did you? I don't know. If you did, fair play. Remember my 4-3 prediction? We were up 3-0 behind. Yeah, to be fair, even in the 70th, just before we scored the 4th, I was still very nervous. Forest had a few corners. My anxiety was like really high. I still thought we were going to bottle it somehow. But yeah, as soon as we scored the 4th goal, I was very relieved. And finally, I thought, surely we're not going to concede 5 in about 10 minutes. So yeah. Yeah, it's just stupid. I don't really get it. But yeah, I don't think I'm too far back. I got a restricted seat, but it's quite far forward, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, if it's really bad, I'll kick off and move forward, and scrap them. Forest get battered everywhere they go. Yeah, Daka very cheeky and clever. Fantastic. I like Daka. I thought he made a good impact as well. Yeah, I did see that earlier on Twitter about Van der Beek with a potential loan option to buy in January. I think I'll take it, but do we need another midfielder? I think midfielder is probably our strongest area. Really, we've got Dewsbury, Dennis Pratt, Maddison, Tillman, Samora, Diddy, etc. Mendy. So it'd be a bit of a strange one. I think anything we need to sign a right winger. But yeah, fair play to him if he did. Fair play. I can't remember, but yeah, if he did, Connor, mate, that's off to you. Don't rate Van der Beek. Yeah, so it's interesting. Well, obviously, he was good at Ajax, came to England, and has been pretty woeful. Really, hasn't really got game time, but when he hasn't really done much. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a bit more of a Dennis Pratt kind of player who's not going to get too much game time, just as you say here. So yeah, it's like I said, it's just a bit of a really signing. It's a bit random, but I guess I'll take it. Just depends on his wages and stuff there. Yeah, exactly. I think that has to be the priority, but. Right now, it looks like James Maddison is probably best coming off that right-hand side and then coming a bit more central going forward. And I think so far that system is working quite well. But for me, if you're going to put James Maddison in that right wing top of area coming in, we has to be Castagna, because I think Castagna is very good going forward, and Castagna really provides that forward. And the right side of our team is quite good, to be fair. We've got Castagna, Tillemans, and it's Maddison usually on that side. And you got Barnes, Justin Dewsbury kind of on the other, and then you got Tillemans going side to side, really, and then you got Vardy, etc. So yeah, I think that's the best way to set up right now. And I think that team which started yesterday will probably be the same team which starts against Bournemouth, maybe Samara in for a Diddy, but apart from that, I don't really see any reason to change it. So yeah, West Ham on sale Monday too. Should be able to, I don't know about West Ham, to be fair. I don't know. I would go, but it's a lot of money down there to London, isn't it? So I'll see. Yeah, Wolves and West Ham, I'll be there. So a few good away games coming up. Hopefully we can finally win an away game. It's been a while. I think it's Watford won at last away win, which seems like ages ago. So yeah. Yeah, it's a shame about Ricky. To be fair, I just can't really see him getting back to any type of level he showed in the 2019 year. So it's sad, but I think we just have to try and deal with it now, move forward with lots like a standard Justin, etc. So yeah, I missed Tiff. Yeah, he was my favourite player back then, to be honest. It's good, but standard stuff. I'm still not convinced that Rogers do we get. Yeah, exactly. It's like just like I'm saying. It's it's one game. We can't. We need to build upon this game. If we go to Bournemouth and lose 2-3-0, this game's just pointless, isn't it? So we need to keep on building upon this. Obviously, right now, Brendan, well, I still kind of want him out, but he ain't gonna get sacked off the back of a 4-0 win, is he? So yeah, we need to just like I've been saying, we need to back that up against Bournemouth for them. Back that up again next week, which is against Palace at home, I think, which is obviously winnable. And we've got Leeds at home. Now Wolves away, all of those games, realistically, you should be winning them and maybe drawing one of them. So the next 4 or so games are going to be very crucial to see how we're doing. And after that, we've got like Man City at home, West Ham away, Everton away. So, there is some winnable games coming up, some difficult games to West Ham, Everton, Man City, obviously. But, apart from that, I can see us beating Palace. Leeds will be quite hard, but at home, I reckon we can beat them. Wolves away, I do fancy us, to be fair. Obviously, they are looking for a new manager as well. So, yeah, so on the hook. Wasn't really tactical. I think it was a precaution I read about a hamstring injury, but I think it's just a precaution, so nothing major. But, it makes sense, really. 3-0 up. Samara did a solid job as well. So, yeah, it was a precaution for his hamstring, I think. All the, yeah, they have actually. I recognise that picture. The Iverson gang are happy, but Ward still conceded about like 50 goals, so you know what I mean. But, yeah, the goals are all good, but Barnes, I got cramp in my leg. It's not going well tonight, boys. I'm finished. I need to get some sleep. The goals were good. Barnes my favourite, and Daka, man. Yeah, I think the Barnes goal just because it was like a minute after we scored, and the goal itself was obviously fantastic as well. But yeah, the celebrations after that goal were. Why is my hair getting so flat? But yeah, the celebrations after that goal were crazy. So yeah, who cares? We're 19th. We are staying up. The away Fox travel which the club provides is 21 quid. Yeah, I'm going on Fox travel for Everton and Wolves. I'm getting a lift with my mates. So Forest out there. Yeah, I think to be fair, Forest looks awful. I always said that. You even saw when Leicester got promoted. You know what I mean? We had that. We started off quite well, winning like those. We won a few games in the opening 6. Obviously we beat United 5-3. We got a point against Everton, which is obviously quite good. But then we, tailed off, and I think that's the exact same which is happening to Forest right now. In this case, if they can turn it around, because obviously we hope they go down. So right now I think they will. Obviously, then but yeah, that's the thing. You're looking at these teams. We've got Forest, Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth. Everyone predicted Bournemouth to come last, so we've got to be going there on Saturday and cruising to 3 points. Really, it's not really a difficult place to go, is it? The Shed. So you know what I mean. We need to go there and put in a good performance and get another 3 points. So by the way, if Forest scored that goal which to hit the post early on, yeah, it's a completely different game, and that's the only real thing from the game. Because apart from that, I thought we were pretty sound throughout the whole game. But yeah, it's just that one little bit at the start, and we got lucky, but it was against the run of play, so I love it. Danny Ward put him off, didn't he? So yeah, it's always good, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's always good. Yeah, I've had Jenny in it all day. The wind's gone through it, so you know what I mean. Yeah, who cares? I had a bet on Forest going down. It's going to come in, Grayson. It's going to come in. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're awful, aren't they? Proper bad. Them lot were getting cocky before the game, and so I was saying, "Oh, you're rubbish. We're going to smack you all this." Them lot are pony, absolute pony. They've just lost in the last 3 games. They've lost to flipping Fulham, Bournemouth, and us. That's embarrassing. Let's celebrate. Big up to Lee. Yeah, well, you have to beat Bournemouth. Must win. It's another must-win game. It is because if like we're saying, if we don't beat Bournemouth, this game's just pointless. Really, well, it's not pointless. We are doing. Even if we won 8-0, we still would be 18th. So we need to get winning streak. Exactly that. This is a turning point. I wouldn't expect Bournemouth, Solanke, of course. Yeah, let's not mention Solanke and Bournemouth because we all know what happened in 2020 in lockdown. Carlos Sunchu. Yeah, he's gone, hasn't he? He messaged, he put on the live stream, didn't he? If you lose, don't go hiding. I think he's gone hiding, hasn't he, boys? Big door. He's out of it. He's out of it. I put Maddison as my captain FBL. Quite a lot of people did that. I put Haaland as captain. Obviously, he got like 40 points or something stupid. But yeah, the one time I put Danny Ward on the bench, the guy gets a 15 clean sheet. It's typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. But yeah, fair play to Maddison. He bagged about 18 points, and he's good week in FBL. I got about 90 points. I know some people got like 100 and like 32 or something stupid. So yeah, it's an interesting week in FPL. But yeah, boys, I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 or so minutes. So if you've got any final questions, let me know in the chat. But yeah, most of all, I think the word's just relief, really, because, ahead of the game, I was bricking it, to be fair. I was nervous. But, the opening 10 minutes, I thought, we were on top. Crowd was good. We had that great chance through Dewsbury for the header. He had another shot here and there. Vardy went in behind a few times. Then, we slowly got into game. Forest obviously had that one off the post. But since then, scored the first goal. And, we were cruising. We were cruising. So, I put him on and he got me points to last night's game. To be fair, James Maddison, you've got to put him in your team, especially as a Leicester fan now. It's typical, isn't it, for me? Classic. Dawn Torres hiding in the stadium crying. Oh, I'm be surprised. But apparently, it's not a derby. It's not a derby. I got 19 points, fair play, Gray. Nearly at the 100-point mark now. I never got over 100 points. I want to get there one day. Fingers crossed. Next week, yeah. Next week. If we beat Bournemouth, then I'm confident the team will kick on. That's exactly that. We need to be, it's all about that run, really. It's all about, picking up a few wins. And, as soon as you pick up a few wins, especially now, you're going to be surging up that table, We're only 6 points behind the likes of people in 10th, 9th place, etc. So, a few wins, we can just forget about this first 6 or so games, Just like I said, these next 4 or 5 games or whatever gives us the perfect chance to get a few wins, get some more confidence and climb up that league table. So, yeah. Josh, would you be able to do other match watch songs be good to watch? Yeah, potentially. I might do some for the World Cup in December because obviously I'm going to be stuffed then because Leicester aren't doing anything. So I don't know what I'll upload. But yeah, maybe not the Prem, but potentially the World Cup I will, yeah. But obviously lots of people will be doing that. So it's a case. I almost missed a stream. Yeah, bro. It's all good. If you support the Forest wins me nothing this far. Exactly. I agree for me. I do agree. Need some water, boys. My mouth ain't looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. 7 more minutes to hold out. All right, fingers crossed, we can do it. But let's have a little quick chat about Bournemouth then. Actually, just before we do that, man of the match shouts. I know it's pretty obvious who most people are going to go for here, but I just want to see if there's any different people who are saying different stuff. All right, FPL King, Maiden, hope you're doing all right. Last Sugar Brothers now on. I know it's just the disrespect for James Maddison is unbelievable. I've been saying it for weeks upon weeks. Well, no, not even weeks, months upon months. That Maddison, deserved to be in the England squad. And finally, everyone else is agreeing because, we've seen the signs. Last year was excellent. The guy's got the same amount of goals and assists made as Kevin De Bruyne. How on earth is he not in the England? It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It did, to be honest. They will talk. Right now, 100% he's safe. I don't know. I can't really see him getting sacked after 4-0 win. So, I think I froze. Hopefully I come back. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Come on. Man of the match, I think it's pretty obvious in it, James Maddison, clearly. But I think, a few players who maybe just on the edge of it, about phase, etc., who's obviously going to be a shout. Just like I said, I'm a big fan of him. But Barnes was pretty good throughout the game as well. I think Tielemans, although he's not really scoring, I think he's looking quite good right now. Assists, he hasn't got any assists, but his build-up play in general, his flicks and stuff, build-up play. I think Tielemans was quite good last night, so hopefully he can keep that up as well. Top goes to the game, we win. Simple, exactly. He needs to come to every game. Come on, Top, sort it out. 17 goals and 10 assists since last season. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy how he's not in the England squad. That's striker's form. Yeah, like very clear. It's clear of all of them right now. Right now, who else is better than James Maddison in that number 10 role in England? You can't name any. You cannot name any. Mason Mount hasn't got a goal or an assist in the Premier League so far this year. None. James Maddison's tripled his total last night. So, you know what I mean? It's like, you kind of pick players on form. And if Maddison, if Maddison, gets another 6 goals, 3-4 assists before the World Cup, if he's not in that England squad, Gareth Southgate is an absolute fraud. And I'll say that right now. Absolute fraud. He's got to be in the team, man. But, I hope he kind of doesn't because, knowing Arlo, he'll go to Qatar, play, and get injured. So, I've already done that, haven't I? Yeah. Well, yeah, I was in SK1 last night, mate. Big up the boys. My birthday was at the game. I got beautiful stuff, bro. Big up. What a day for you. Southgate won't pick Malice. He is a favourite. He's stupid to him. Exactly that. He loves Mason Mount, doesn't he? Oh, friends. But yeah. To be fair, I'm not really bothered about England because under Southgate, I just can't really. I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. L1 or SK1, right place to be either of the two. Exactly. I've never actually gone in L1 before. It's hard to get tickets there. But I don't mind SK1 because second half, kicking your end, that sort of thing. But obviously, L1, you're next to the away fans as well. But yeah, SK1 is usually where I usually go, but sometimes I go to the side a bit. So sometimes it's a bit loud if I go with my granddad and stuff. But apart from that, it's solid. But yeah. 3 minutes left tonight, then, boys and girls. We'll wrap this up quick in the next couple of minutes. Obviously, Bournemouth away is our next fixture in the Premier League. As we already said a few times, big game match preview for that one will be out on Friday evening. Obviously, I won't be at the game because it's pretty impossible to get a ticket. So I'll be live on Saturday night after the game with the reaction just like this. So hopefully, we'll be discussing another win in that one. But yeah, it's a big game. The game's going to come around quite quickly. Obviously, it's Wednesday tomorrow, so sooner rather than later. It'll be match day once again. So hopefully we can get another. Hopefully get another win. But yeah, let me get up to the comments. Hold on. Here we go. My name was used to be Leicester City for the moment, and I've changed it. Great at the minute. Beautiful. Hopefully, it stays like that. Every time I see him out for England, he loses the ball. But Maddison is no brainer. Exactly that. I was at the game and was vibing off the Bond. The Bond's goal, oh my God. I want to relive that moment. It was chaos. I did see a clip of it, yeah. Shame he can't defend though, innit? I wouldn't mind if Miles decides to leave by the end of the season. He's honestly too good for us. That is true. I wouldn't mind if he goes to someone like Newcastle though. You know what I mean? It will be a bit disheartening, but I think he's here to stay for a bit longer, to be honest, mate. Especially if we get Europe. Love your content. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Bit mad at crying. I know, mate. Crazy, right? Love your videos. Cheers, bro. I appreciate it. So, 3-0 to Leicester. Come on. That would be perfect. Another clean sheet. To be fair, I'm not really expecting us to get a clean sheet, but as long as we get a win, if it's like 2-1 or something, I don't really care because, away games are always difficult, aren't they? But as long as we win, I'm not too bothered. To a point, depends how we play, really. But worst case, I'll take a point. If we beat Bournemouth, I reckon we could take on Crystal Palace too. Yeah, easy. I think Crystal Palace are there for the taking, really. They haven't made a great start to the year. I know they've had some difficult games, but it's just so underrated. To be fair, though, right now he is getting a bit more rated by people outside of the Leicester fan base. So it's all good. It is all good, boys and girls. You can go to any top 6, don't mind. Not Newcastle, though, so direct rivals to us when we reach our. That is true. To be fair, Newcastle haven't been that good. I know they beat Fulham, but before that, they haven't really done much. They picked up a few draws. So I always thought Maddison was overrated towards the end of the season, but now, yeah, that is very true. To be fair, back in that year, he was pretty awful. But start last season, he wasn't great. But he's kicked up his form, and now he's he's kept up his form from the back end of last year as well. So absolute quality stuff. So no way to smash ball. The confidence is back, boy. The confidence is back. Cheers, Greg. Appreciate it as always for coming in. It's much appreciated. But yeah, we reached the 30-minute mark, so that is where I'm going to wrap up tonight's stream. The voice is just about howled out. So if you have enjoyed it, boys, let me know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel for much more Leicester content like this throughout the remainder of the Premier League season and beyond. Obviously, we've got a lot of games on the way as well, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, big win last night, and hopefully we can keep it going for the next couple of games, pick up the points, and keep this positivity coming. Because once tonight, we're actually talking good stuff rather than Danny Ward being a fraud and Leicester losing week in, week out. Yeah, much appreciated for you boys coming in tonight. As I always say, just drop a like when you head it. Just go off the stream. It massively does help out. Go on to Doors live stream and rinse him, because why the hell not? And yeah. There you go. I'm Sportsa. I'll see you boys very soon in the next video or the stream. And just quickly, East Midlands is blue, as it always will, and it's always been. In a bit, boys.